Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, welcome to Be My Guest. Today we have Donna Blanchard with us, and she is the co-chair of Small Stones Festival of the Arts and the executive director of Apple Tree Arts. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you.
And this Apple Tree Arts, very well known in our area. I mean, if you're watching out of town, out of state, out of the country, probably not going to, might not know. It's very popular here, especially here in Worcester County and Metro West. Very popular. A lot with the children that come in too. They have acting there, performing. We are going to talk about the Small Stone Festival of the Arts. Unfortunately, the date has already gone by, September 10th, if you're an artist to try and get in, right? It's juried, and Donna's going to tell us all about it. What is this occasion?
Well, it's our first annual, we hope, Festival of the Arts that we have had at Apple Tree Arts, and we are the fiscal sponsor of the event. We have worked with Ken Crater, the Worcester County Camera Club, and Blackstone Valley Arts Festival, Blackstone Valley Art Association.
Yeah, they're in Uxbridge. We've had them
in
on.
Uxbridge, yes. Yeah. And they are collaborating on committees to make this happen. So we've used a wonderful meeting situation and committee work to bring us to over 400, close to 400 submissions. And they are juried online, and then they will be on display if they have made it through that level, and they will be judged by the judges who will attend on that opening night. So the awards will be announced on November 9th. That's the first
Where is
night.
this going to take place?
Right on Grafton Common.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be inside the townhouse on the second floor.
Where is that?
It's right as you come into the common. It's a brick building.
The one that has little shops underneath?
Yes, it has some, and then the country store is across from us.
Okay, and then you go upstairs where I heard in the 1920s or 1800s they'd have dances up there?
They did basketball. They had cubicles of businesses there before us. Insurance, Gaudette Insurance was there, or a finance company. Plus, all the town offices were there when it was a town hall.
And there used to be a very, very expensive but beautiful clothing store on the corner. She's not there any longer.
Peggy's Place. No.
Why did she shut down?
Well, I don't know. It seemed to be an evolution at the time of just a new revitalization of the building. And so now we have many shops that are all around, and we all make noise, which helps because we're an arts organization. So, so we sing and dance, and there are dogs and all sorts of things.
Now, what I read in the newspaper, I read about this in the Grafton News, and they did a great job. Small Stones Festival extends the art deadline, and that was till the 10th of this month, and that's gone. But you can attend this. It says 3 regional arts organizations, Apple Tree Arts, the Worcester County Camera Club, as Donna has said, and the Blackstone Valley Art Association have collaborated to create Small Stones Festival Arts to provide an opportunity for Central Mass artists to exhibit their work and gain recognition. So important. Artists, I don't know, you notice people go to the art galleries, but they're not buying so much. And art takes a lot of work for an artist to do stuff.
Yes, there will be opportunities to purchase art at this, and we feel it's important to have that cultural enrichment of high quality, wonderful work that is displayed so that the culture, the feeling of supporting artists continues. We are a music and theater arts organization, but it's all the same. It's that human expression. It's to support people getting together on those terms and to work together. So it's a beautiful thing.
Now, on the categories, you have fine art photography.
Yes.
That is great.
So that is a wonderful, and then 2D painting. So it would be the idea that if we started with 2 categories this year, we hope in years to come that we would add more. We hope to add more venues and have exhibits in area businesses as we go. So this year is our first attempt, and it's going to be wonderfully successful. We're so pleased to have so many entries.
Now, November 9th is on what day of the week?
It's Friday.
Okay, what time is the event?
So at night, 7:30 is when people can come and hear the awards and see all of the art that night. That's the first night. And then Saturday from 10 to 6 will be open to the public, free admission every time, and Sunday 11 to 4.
That's pretty good.
Free
That's-
admission.
For those artists and photographers, that's a great way to get your stuff noticed.
That's it.
Now there's prizes. First prize,
$500 in each category.
very good. Now, and then the second is $250.
Yes.
Third prize, I'll take it. $100. That sounds
I think
great.
it's
That's
that's
just so cool.
It's worth the trip, and it's worth the entering, and to get to know other artists. I would think it'd be just a wonderful way.
Donna, how can somebody reach you if they want more information about this?
So it would be Apple Tree Arts, 1 Grafton Common, 508-839-4286, or info@appletreearts.org.
What
All of
is
that.
cyanotype? What is
I
that?
don't know.
I don't.
I think
either.
it's a way of coloring
So it's coloring the artwork.
this.
Okay.
I think this is part of that. In like Creative Cloud and Adobe and things like
well,
that.
that's all new to a lot of.
Me too.
Oh.
I'm a musician.
Oh.
I'm the other side.
What do you play? What's your?
I play flute,
Yeah.
but Apple Tree Arts has music and theater, so we're providing performers throughout the weekend.
Are you going to perform?
I will potentially perform, but there'll be a lot of other people that will as well. Our faculty at Apple Tree Arts will perform on the opening event.
Oh.
So it'll be nice to have them, and then there'll be some student involvement and some adult involvement. It'll be the best of the best that come, and throughout there's a stage in the hall,
Yeah.
and so there'll be, pointed music here and there throughout the weekend.
All right. Another one is fine art, painting, and drawing.
Yes, and that would be that, exactly. And as I said, we started with very focused categories, and that way we can know exactly what we're accepting, how big, and how to do it. So
What about mosaic artists?
I think as time goes on, we will add more
Yeah.
categories and things like that.
Then there's
So
another art form I love. It's collage.
Collage was accepted
Oh,
this year.
it is?
too. Yes,
Oh, I love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just a different way of expressing yourself.
it is.
Yeah.
All
Some
the-
people use cutouts from magazines or cloth or anything, even something from the woods.
Definitely.
It's fun, and then they glaze it over to make it look really super hot.
Yes.
I love that.
As long as it was 2D, it was accepted in this.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Oh God! All right,
Yeah.
they brought a beautiful flyer. Who designed this again?
Ken Crater is he's not the chair, but he works with the Worcester County Camera Club,
Yeah.
and he's also the director or the owner of the Community Harvest Project, if you know that in Grafton,
I
that
have heard.
organization.
I think we've had them on the show a couple of years
I
ago.
hope so, yeah.
They're terrific. Fine art photography jurors. Okay, you have Nancy Burns.
Yes, we have. She's the associate curator of prints, drawings, and photographs at the Worcester Art Museum.
Okay, that's great.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Have you met the new president over there? He's kind of new still. What's his
I
name?
haven't.
I can't think of his.
I haven't met him.
That art museum is great, especially when they're open for free. I think Saturday mornings.
Yes.
I remember I got the kids together. I said, "We're going."
Right.
Yeah, it's
When it's
expensive.
open.
It's a great place, but it's kind of costly if you've got children.
Yes.
So we just went that Saturday, and I mean, I think there was an Egypt thing. My son loved all things
Right.
Egyptian.
Right.
It's fantastic. Great you have her on board with you.
And a lot of times they have art classes for
Yeah.
all ages there.
Yeah.
And that's what we would support. Like I say, we're music and theater, but we support all these other organizations that offer the visual arts.
Do you have a lot of classes for drawing and painting, that type of thing?
We only have music lessons and theater arts, so we have 14 productions per year
Yeah.
of theater,
Mhm.
and music lessons for over 140 students. That's what we have, plus classes, plus
Yeah.
community chorus, a senior chorus.
You got the senior
Senior
chorus.
center.
Really? I didn't know they had a chorus.
They do at the senior center, and then the Sutton seniors are ukulele strummers. So Jan teaches them, and we have a great time with them too.
We went up and actually filmed the ukulele. I forgot what. You remember what town, Paul, that was in? We went up and filmed the Yankee, the ukulele strummers. Where was that? Weston.
Now you can go to Sutton. There's another group.
That was many years ago, but
Yeah.
it was absolutely. There's a huge group, and these two they're doing it in Sutton.
Yes, they are, and you would love them. And
Yeah.
our senior chorus and our community chorus are also nice things to attend. When the community chorus gives a holiday concert every year, and we're having a Pops concert this year, and then in the spring usually a bigger work.
And you're in the community chorus.
Yes, different times. Yes. So it's a
Scott Erb and Donna Default for photography.
photography.
I went to school with a Nancy Erb. back in Wilbraham where I grew
Those are
up.
friends of Ken Crater. He knows them.
I wonder if there's any relation. Herb that I knew, they were in Western Massachusetts.
Mhm.
It's an unusual name.
Yes.
And I remember growing up with her. I don't know. Robert Ring, co-founder of the New England Photo Workshops.
Yes.
Where
again.
is this located?
That I don't know. These are, the jurors were chosen by word of mouth, and different people suggested their names to us because they knew from the field, if you're a photographer or if you're an artist, you would know that these people would be in the know
I
and
bet
capable of jurying the.
Yeah, as
the
an
show.
artist photographer, when you see these great jurors, you're going to
Yes.
go, oh, we got the top of the litter here.
Absolutely true. And you can tell from, like, the fine art, Pia Samant is curator at the Sprinkler Factory. I don't know if you've been there.
Yeah, that's how.
I love that.
Isn't that a Worcester?
Yes, it's a Worcester
And
organization.
it's open to the artists.
Yes, yeah.
And it used to be, I don't know, it's probably in an old factory building. What did it used to be?
It definitely is in Lincoln Street area. It's over there. in
Oh,
Worcester.
okay.
And so that's wonderful. Arts Worcester,
Yeah.
Juliet, and the Putney Painters Group. I don't know as well, but I know that they were recommended
Putney, Connecticut, right? No.
by
is it-
Carol Frieswick, who's the Blackstone Valley
I've
Art
met her.
Association. Yes.
I know her. She's down there in the Uxbridge Blackstone Valley Artists.
Yes.
Oh, I know Carol. Shout out to Carol High.
Yes.
Juliet. Geez, she's a blast from the past here. Juliet Feebel of Arts Worcester.
Yes. All of these are organizations, are deeply involved in the art field and keep artists in front of the public. That's what we're
you
trying
said,
to do.
How long you've been involved in this? How many years now?
30 years. But ours is music and theater. I started with 2 classes at the Congregational Church
Yeah.
way back, and we knew that early childhood music was the most important because before age 9, if you sing, play, do music making with your child,
Mhm.
those are the years that have the most impact, and you can live, that child will now live up to their innate potential. But without those experiences, they would not. So I felt passionate about it at the time because we felt that the demographics in the society were changing.
Mhm.
There were less grandmothers
Yeah.
next to grandchildren, bopping them on their
Yeah.
knee and all. It was just
Yeah.
changing. People were moving. And so this part of the culture,
Yeah.
reaching children before age 9, was essential
Did you
to
did
us.
you do your instrument when you were a kid? I know piano was big, but I think I took a couple of years of it. Recitals. I got tired of it eventually. Then I went
Sure.
to guitar.
That's absolutely true. It's
Yeah.
it's almost recognition and enjoyment of the arts that you don't have unless you sing face to face with children, and it's important. So we go to 20 odd preschools to give music experiences to families from those kids, including Head Start preschools.
Head Start has the most wonderful
Yeah.
preschool. I know the one over in Whitensville. Kudos to them.
Yes.
You would never know that there's no difference between the one that isn't Head Start next door to it. They're the same thing. I didn't see any difference.
No,
Same, and they both are terrific.
it's all federally funded, and so
Yeah.
or grant funded.
Yeah, grant
So
funded.
we write grants for about 20% of our revenue, and we charge tuition or fees for 80%. So that's how Apple Tree Arts grew, out of the passion for early childhood
Yeah.
music. So from there, we added private lessons
Mhm.
for different instruments as we went, and then went to more preschools.
Mhm.
And then we said theater is important too. Performing is important. So we added, keyboard classes, and we added performing theater arts, like creative dramatics, as well as the shows that
I
we do
love
all the
it.
time.
I know in high school I was in freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. Each year they had the swing band show, which would feature a Broadway musical, and I remember being in the cast.
Sure.
It was a lot of fun. And
Never
they
forget.
do it for 3 nights in a row.
Yes.
It was big, and my parents came at least one night to see it. But
Right.
we are talking with Donna Blanchard, and she is the co-chair of the Small Stones Festival of the Arts, and she's the executive director of Apple Tree Arts. This is all up in Grafton. How many artists are going to be in this show on November 9th to 11th? How many do you know?
We're determining that after the works are juried at the initial level, and based on that, we're going to determine exactly how. But it will be 150 at least.
150 artists.
I believe.
They'll all fit there in in the hall.
Yeah, there's a good size hall on the second floor that you would never know is there. So that's what,
How about parking for the people who are coming?
all around the common,
Okay.
behind the library, in the local churches, there are spaces everywhere.
So the churches are open. I know the Congo Church
Yes.
is really great about that.
Yes, they do. They
Yeah.
allow parking there.
Yeah, so you have no problem finding a place to park.
No, I don't think you will.
And it's easy to get to. It's that brick building with all the little stores, businesses right underneath it.
Yes.
And only once had I heard about that great hall upstairs, and
Right.
then something about the history of it with the dances back in, the 1800s?
Yeah, well, even in the 50s,
Mm.
where local townspeople would talk about their experiences having dance lessons up there. And the businesses, like the superintendent's office was there, the visiting nurses, all these things had happened there, but it was cubicles, and
Yeah.
it's a beautiful hall with high arched ceilings.
Mhm.
And so, especially Mr. Gaudette added a lot of income and a lot of renovation to that hall,
Yeah.
to the ceiling, to the roof. And so the bones of it were very clearly preserved. So we said, when we walked in, we said, wow, this has to be for people.
Yeah.
So we brought the nonprofit organization and then drove the fundraising to renovate the entire second and third floors for an arts performance area. So that's what
It's a
happened.
dream come true for artists and performers.
It just did. It was just amazing.
Donna,
And
again, how can they reach you about this?
Apple Tree Arts is 1 Grafton Common, and 508-839-4286. You can call or come by anytime.
I love this, the Worcester County Camera Club. I've heard about this group. Are they people of all different levels of photography?
Yes, I believe so, and they meet at the Community Harvest Barn in Grafton.
Yeah.
So Ken Crater is very involved in that group, and it's something that will really bring. I love photography personally.
My
think
husband's
it's-
a photographer.
Yes, and I just think it's just amazing, all the different things that brings to you as you're standing looking at it. It's a beautiful media. So I hope people come and enjoy that.
Yeah.
And the painting too. We know several artists that live in Grafton that will be exhibiting their
Yeah.
work, and we've known them and they're on the committee, and other people too that they know. They've brought them in.
All ages of artists, right?
All ages.
Go
Yes.
from what age? Approximately what age do you think up to what age?
I think there would be high school on up.
On up to 90s
Yes.
and 100s.
Yes, for sure.
That's awesome. Do you do art, or is it strictly music for you?
Strictly music and theater.
Oh,
Yeah.
theater. My mother loves theater.
And we're having our first ever performing arts series this year. We have Claflin Hill Symphony, if you know.
I've heard of them.
Claflin Hill has a chamber series right at Apple Tree Arts now. They come right there, and we have 3 concerts per year.
Yeah.
And last year we had it for the first year, and we had a full audience every single concert. So if you haven't seen Claflin Hill, they're
Are
wonderful.
they the ones that, I think it used to be a Worcester Symphony Orchestra on the Common on July 3rd.
It did.
So did Claflin Hill step in after that?
After that, yes.
So they're there now.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Lions Club is in charge of that, so they have different groups come.
I think there was a military one time.
Yes, they've had the Air Force Band.
That's a
different
lot
things.
of fun, that July 3rd. Boy, you
Yeah.
better get there that morning and
Right.
stake your claim with
Put
a chair.
your chair in there. That's right.
We brought my son when he was brand new. He was born in May, so I think I brought him as an infant in July. And we learned real early
Yes.
a place to sit.
Yes.
Because these old timers they will completely have that. They will stake their claim. Like
Yep.
what is it? The night before?
I think so. Day before.
It's just they know. They've even set up like picnic areas, and they've got the wine out there.
Yes.
It's like you better get there early.
Definitely.
And it's wonderful as it gets dark, and you look up at the trees and then the stars, and you hear the da 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 da.
That's right.
Da da da. And then sometimes they'll play from West Side Story. Oh,
I love the symphony.
yeah.
And other times they have bands, and I love that too. But when Claflin plays, you have the strings, and it's at night, and there's nothing like it, in my opinion.
That is
So-
one big event.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It is. And even if
Yeah.
it's getting a little rainy, I've seen people just pop their umbrella.
Sure.
Up it goes, and they're not going to go
They have
anywhere.
a tent for the orchestra too. So
So now,
beautiful.
where do you play, Donna? Are you what part of what?
I would be in the flute choir.
Okay.
At our organization, we have an adult flute choir. I'm the director of the Congregational Church Choir,
Okay.
and I used to direct the community chorus. We have what I do as executive director is I love to envision programming, and then I start what I can and stay there as long as I can, but then someone else comes in
Sure.
behind me because I have to write the grants. And I have to make all the
You're
business
stuck with
work.
the grants.
So I'm the business, on the business side,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I love the creativity of grant writing and
You like that.
budgets. I do.
Okay, so you're good with numbers.
Budgets. It's not like an accountant.
No.
We have one of those.
So it's not
me.
math wasn't the biggest one when you were a kid, right?
No, I like the idea of if you envision a budget for something that you want to do, then you can communicate
Yeah.
to other people who are businessmen or women that this is what I want to do, this is how much it's going to cost, and don't you think it's a great idea? And that's
Are
what
you
I
getting
like to
lucky
do.
with grants? Do they get pretty lucky over there?
We have
That's
good.
important, yeah.
We have a good. We have wonderful donors that have supported us for many years, and then we had about a $5 million campaign to renovate the building. So that was not all me, but we drove the fundraising of that level. And
I
so,
think the library too, aren't they? Did they get their grant?
The library got their grant.
Oh, they
yes,
got
they
it.
did.
They're going to get going with that pretty soon, I hope.
It's 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a year and a half. Whatever.
Yes, yeah, but that's going to be beautiful.
Oh,
We're so
that's-
grateful for that.
Have you seen Shrewsbury's redo?
Yes. Yep.
That's big, and then of course Northborough is ahead of Shrewsbury.
Yep.
Northborough got that extra edition, so this is really. Are you getting the word out by? Can people go online to see this at all? And is there a www?
Yes.
Oh, it says Small Festival.
Small Stones Festival.
.artcall.org.
Or at smallstonesfestival.org, because now
Okay.
the art call is over,
Yeah.
and there's a website about the festival, when the hours will be, how you can come.
Will there be food or just bring yourself?
There'll be concessions
Okay.
on that day, and on those days when people come. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be.
But we don't want to have a lot of food near the art.
Yeah,
So that's
all
it.
you need is one person with a kid who goes
Yeah.
smudge right on it.
But we're friendly, very friendly.
Do they
We want
have to? Will
everyone
they
to
be displayed on the artwork
Panels.
up on or on easels? Each one.
come. Panels,
Panels. Okay.
similar to the way this looks,
All
but
right.
it'll be wider panels,
All right.
26 inches wide, a 30-inch panel,
Yeah.
26 inches was the
That's good.
width that we accepted.
Oh, right. Now this is the first such one. This is your inaugural.
That's right. This is our inaugural festival, and we have very smart people. Ken Crater is a talented, brilliant man who has done so much in our town, and he really knows detail and how to know what to put on the website so that people submit their art. And and has really collaborated and had the agenda, had the desire, and is helping us make it happen. And then we have the place
Yeah.
to have it in. We have the music, and we'll arrange the opening reception for the artists.
You'll be
to
there,
what-
right? All 3 days.
I will be there all 3 days.
So if you recognize her face,
Yes.
don't be shy. Go over and say hello to
Please
her.
do.
Please go.
Yes, we'd
All
love
right.
to
One
have
more
people
time
come.
before we close. How can they reach you again? Coming.
Apple Tree Arts is info@appletreearts.org or 508-839-4286. We have a website that is appletreearts.org as well.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So if you're an artist, you're a photography person, and you can listen to music too at the same time, right?
Yes,
Sounds like an awful lot of fun for 3 days, 9th, 10th, and 11th.
the smallstonesfestival.org is all about the festival, and
Yeah.
you can see that in a link from our website too.
November 9th starts
November
the
9th.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for having
You're
us.
welcome.
Thank you.
All righty. We'll see you next time and be my guest.